Hi, my name is Tiffany, and for PropertyLimBrothers BB Home Tour today, we are bringing you to Bidadari Estate, and the cluster that we are showing you is right across from Woodleigh Mall, over here at Alkaff CourtView, and we have a mid-floor 4-bedroom with a size of 1,001 square feet and an asking price of only $1.15 million to check out. So make sure you stay tuned with us to this home tour video. Let's go! So where I'm standing at right now is the entranceway of the unit, and before we bring you through the rest of the unit, let us share a little bit about the project facts. So the entire Alkaff CourtView is made out of block 101 to 104, and our unit at 102B consists of 200 units in total and made out of 3 to 4 room flats. For this cluster in specific, you get 3 different types of facing. So the blocks on the north side that faces the Woodleigh residences, separated by the Upper Aljunied Road, has about 65 meters of clearance to the opposite block. The blocks facing west and is along Upper Serangoon Road has a good clearance of about 70 meters to the International School or 8 at Woodleigh that is on the opposite side. If it's an internal facing, then you will get a clearance of about 40 meters to the opposite block on average. For a block that is east facing in nature, we have an approximately 165 meters of clearance to the opposite block because we are fronting the roof garden of Alkaff Lakeview as well. As we are overlooking the roof garden with commercial shops on the first level, with the exception of 115A that is over there with a clearance of 65 meters. And we are also fronting the least busy road that is Bidadari Park Drive, which you can find a bus stop opposite block 103B that takes you to Woodleigh MRT in just one stop. If let's say you want to travel to Potong Pasir MRT, you just have to hop across the road to the bus stop and take 107, and that brings you to Potong Pasir in just one stop. So this is extremely convenient for families with young children heading schools on their own, that if this sheltered walkway that brings you to Woodleigh MRT is not possible due to inclement weather, as you know how Singapore torrential rain can be, you have other sheltered options, that is taking the bus or commuting from the MRT back home. For drivers, you will definitely love this place because it's enveloped by major expressways like PIE and CTE, making both directions less than 5 minutes drive away in normal traffic conditions. Now, speaking of family with young children and perhaps they are heading to primary schools, it may help to note that there are 3 primary schools within the 1 kilometer range, and if you expand up to 2 kilometers, there are 7 additional primary schools for you to choose. Now, without further ado, let's head on to where the kitchen area is at. Back then, during the unit selection, our owners have opted for this open space kitchen concept, so then it creates like a seamless flow from the kitchen to the living area, so that in the midst of preparing food, they can communicate to their young children as well. But if let's say you want to enclose it up, you can easily do so by installing like a partition wall over here, or make the door either on that side facing the home shelter or on this side facing the living room. So maybe the concern with open kitchen concept for some is the storage area, but fret not, because our owners have already thought of that and have already done up all the cabinetries on both left and right sides for you to store all your pots and pans so that you can keep your kitchen as decluttered as possible. So stepping through into the yard area, we have the very standard size with this retractable clothes rack and plenty of space for you to put your washer and dryer on this side. So before we head on to the common bedroom, let us talk a little bit about the floor plan analysis. There are 2 main layout types for the 93 square meter 4-room units within the cluster. First, you have the conventional layout type, which all bedrooms flush towards one side of the house, and then the living and dining area on the other side, creating a distinct separation between the sleeping quarter and the entertainment zone. This is ideal for families that host frequently and loves the idea of having an exclusive corner of the house for sleep. The other one, which is the dumbbell layout type, that is what we have, is an increasingly popular layout type to have in a newer project, especially HDB. Not only does this dumbbell layout has lesser space dedicated for walkways, it also allows privacy for occupants staying on both sides of the bedroom. This layout is also ideal for 3-gen living, where your parents can stay on one side of the unit and the others on the opposite side. So just imagine you're a family of 3 or a couple with no kids. There's so much flexibility that you can do with this kind of dumbbell layout. For the sleeping quarters, you can enlarge it by merging the master bedroom with one of the common bedrooms for a maximized space. And then over on this side of the common bedroom is where you can turn this into a work from home room or a gaming room like what our owners have currently set up to be. is the current setup of this common bedroom right here, where our owners used it for work from home. But for you as the new owner, it might help to note that there's zero fixtures in here. So upon sale, all these will be gone and you will be left with an empty space to decorate however you like. And then moving on to the common bathroom, the size is perfect. It's squarish in space, and if you want something different, you can definitely create a segregation for the wet and dry area where you have the standing shower over there. So stepping outside, you'll be entering the living and dining area, which is very spacious in size. Currently fits a 3-seater sofa and has a good wall-to-wall distance from the sofa to the TV. We have that east-facing view that we get right here, and if you're wondering whether or not we will get morning sun, fret not, because around 6 AM is where the sun will appear diagonally right above this block, and then as the hour passes by, it will just move away out of sight and it won't create that harsh sun rays into the unit throughout the daytime. So before I walk you to the master bedroom and the other common bedroom, let us talk a little bit about the pricing analysis. Because this entire Bidadari township is new and we are one of the 3 clusters that have met its MOP, naturally there will be a lot of options for you as the buyer to choose from. Let us take a look at the options available within the Alkaff Vista and the Alkaff Crescent that are the first 2 clusters to meet its MOP. Within Alkaff Vista, as at the time of filming, we have high floor units asking at a price range of $1.168 to $1.259 million, and mid-floor units asking from $1.18 to $1.19 million. Within Alkaff Crescent, we also have high floor units asking from the range of $1.135 to $1.298 million, and mid-floor units calling from $1.15 to $1.35 million. With our unit nestled within the cluster that is closest to the MRT, have a good vantage point and clearance to the opposite block for all bedrooms and the living room, minimal road noise, and a lot more other good attributes to the unit, our asking price is only at $1.15 million. Now you may think that the Bidadari prices are transacting at a high price, but let me assure you that this slight premium is definitely worth the convenience that it brings you, along with other good attributes to the area and the unit. And just being in a locale where we are at the fringe of RCR, closer to CCR, making commute to city centre way easier and lesser transit points. So if we take a look at the similar recently TOP'd projects within the area, we have McNair Towers with 91 years remaining balance lease. In the last 6 months, their 4-room units are transacting at a range of $1.04 to $1.19 million. It's walking distance to Boon Keng MRT, but the amenities and options for public transport in contrast with what's available within the Bidadari area might fall a little short. Now we pan over and look at the mature township of Toa Payoh, where we have the recently MOP cluster called the Toa Payoh Apex. With 93 years of remaining balance lease in the last 6 months, their transactions for 4-room were concluded at around the range of $1 million. The recreation options available within the area is superb, where they have the upcoming mega sports and community complex, but it will take a bus commute to connect you to the nearest MRT, further offering you connectivity and shops within the Toa Payoh central area. So now let's head on to the common bedroom. Over on this side, we have a very spacious common bedroom fitting a king-size mattress in between. They still have ample space on the left and right side for bedside table and minimal fixtures. So before I enter the master bedroom, I think it's worth mentioning that both common bedroom and the master bedroom flooring has been done with vinyl overlay. In contrast, the living and dining area as well as bedroom over on the other side has this homogeneous tiles that I believe is non-slip, so it's really safe for young kids. And then moving on to the creme de la creme, which is the master bedroom, you'll be first greeted by the master bathroom, which is a very good sized bathroom, and you definitely have enough space provision for the wet and dry area, as well as if you want to do up additional carpentry to have additional storage space, I think that's perfectly fine. Moving into the master bedroom, we are currently seeing a queen size bed right here with a bedside table on that side, and then over on this side we have the 4-panel wardrobe with the dressing table in the middle. Even so, in between this, you have ample space to maybe put in a baby cot if let's say you have the need for that. Before we wrap up the home tour, let me just share a little bit with you about the amenities within this area. So if you do want to head to Woodleigh Mall or Point Centre for their big supermarkets, you have smaller supermarkets within the area for your day-to-day needs. We have an Angmo supermarket at Block 115A, which is around 3 minutes walk, and Prime supermarket at Block 106, which is about 6 minutes walk. We have a lot of childcare options within the area, and with that, we have come to the end of the home tour. And just to recap, we are a 4-room unit within the Block 102B in Bidadari Alkaff CourtView at a size of 93 square meters or 1,001 square feet. Our asking price is $1.15 million only, and if you would like to come down for a physical viewing, make sure you contact the listing managers. Our numbers are down below, and if you like our content and want to see more of it, make sure you subscribe to our social media platforms. We are on Facebook, YouTube, Instagram, and TikTok. My name is Tiffany, bleubricks by PropertyLimBrothers. Always happy to show you the place. I can do it. It's the end. 等一下 just 再来重新来 Now speaking of family view, now 我是那个什么啊，那个太阳光，high energy。